Hello everybody, myself Professor Pallavi Gule. So today we are going to see about the watershed management. So definition of watershed is a geohydrological unit with a common drainage outlet. In other words, it is a land surface bounded by a divide which contributes runoff to the common drainage point. Watershed technically means that area which drains rainwater towards a reservoir or lake. So the principles of watershed management: utilizing a land according to its capacity, protecting the fertile topsoil, reducing silting hazards in a tank and reservoirs and lower fertile lands, maintaining the adequate vegetation cover on land throughout the year, in situ conservation of rainwater, safe diversion of excess water to the storage point through a vegetative waterways, stabilization of the gullies by providing a checks at specified intervals and thereby increasing groundwater recharge, water harvesting for a supplemental and a seasonal irrigation, ensuring a sustainability for the ecosystem, maximizing agricultural facility for the storage, transport, and agricultural marketing, setting up a small scale agro industries, improving the socio-economic status of the farmers. Objectives of the watershed management: recognition of watershed as a unit for development and the efficient use of a land for production, flood control through the water reservoir and a water storage structures, adequate water supply for domestic, agricultural, and industrial needs, pollution control and ecosystem safety, efficient use of a natural resource for improving the agriculture and allied occupation so as to improve the economic conditions of a local residents, expansion and creation facilities such as picnic and camping sites. Watershed management. So, watershed is a geohydrological area and a land surface from which the runoff from the precipitation reach a particular point, which is called as a common outlet. The main components of watershed management are soil and water conservation, water harvesting, crop management, and alternate land use system. So first we'll go with the soil and water conservation. So based on a nature and the type of the hydraulical barriers and their cost, the conservation measures in the areable lands can be divided into the following three categories. Those are hard water treatment, medium software treatment, and software treatment. So the first is hardware treatment. So hardware treatments are generally a permanent type provided for the improvement of relief, physiography, and a drainage features of watershed. Different hardware treatments are waterways. High runoff volumes are observed in the watersheds located in the slopy areas. Such runoff water should therefore be channelized to the waterways. Once there are the low height earthen embankments constructed across the slope in the cultivated land. After deciding the location of waterways, the bunds functions to intercept a runoff, increase infiltration opportunities and time, and dispose the excess rainfall safely. Terracing: cultivated lands having the slope above 10%, particularly in the hilly areas, should put under bench terracing by converting land into the series of platforms. Medium software treatments are also provided as an interbund treatment where the field sizes are large and conventional bunds are constructed along the field boundaries. Small section or the keyline bunds, it is of 0.1 meter square across the slope at a half of the vertical bunds. Spacing can serve the purpose. They can be renovated once in 2 to 3 years depending on the necessity. Strip leveling, it is about 4 to 5 strips of the land above the bunds across the major land slope help in reducing the velocity of surface flow. Live bunds, one or two live beds of 2 to 3 meter in width on the contour or a grade can also serve this purpose. Vegetative or the live barriers, close growing grasses or the legumes along the bunds and at a mid length of a slope can filter the runoff water or slow down the overland flow. Kush grass is widely recommended. Third one is a software treatment. Software treatments are taken up for the in situ soil moisture conservation for the satisfactory crop performance. The simple practice like contour farming, compartmental bunding, broadbed furrows, dead furrows, and mulching is used. Second one is water harvesting. Farm ponds, check dams, percolation wells, and minor tanks for the water harvesting can be used. These structures are useful not only for reducing the erosion and storing the excess water during a peak period of monsoon but also improving the groundwater table and recharging down the streams and wells. Third one is crop management. Crop and varieties to suit the length of the cropping season, optimum seeding time, fertilizer schedules, and the balanced use of nutrients, weed management, package of practices for aberrant weather, and contingent crop planning. Last one is alternate land use system. So most of the uplands in the watersheds are degraded a very low productive level. Apart from being uneconomical for the arable crops, such lands are causing serious imbalance in the ecosystem. For such lands, alternate land use other than the cropping would be desirable. Such land use systems can lead to the stability in the production along with safety in the environment. Last one is a significant gains from the watershed development. Increase in a soil and water conservation to prevent the soil erosion. Increase in a water storage due to the construction of the water storage structures. Increase in number of wells due to the groundwater recharge. Increase in cropping intensity due to the irrigation facilities. Increase fertilizer consumption. Increase in crop production and productivity. Increase in animal, milk, fish production. Increase in afforestation and alternate land use system. Increase in employment of the people in area. Increase in per capita income of the people. So these are the significant gains of watershed management. Thank you.